It's such an honor to be joining you on behalf of the National Parking Association. We're going to talk all about digital disruption and also digital innovation and how do we step into becoming digital leaders. And the beautiful thing is that digital leaders are made, they are not born.
As we look at COVID as a sample of the new reality, how do I define success? We have to both be thinking short-term and long-term. And some of that is through this efficiency, this effectiveness, this integration, and the ability to really deliver a more fully featured product by partnering correctly.
It's about the flexibility to reinvent and make your real estate what it needs to be based on whatever your consumer wants at the moment. And that's getting, as odd as it sounds, a standard that is your foundation that you can build on top of.
It's about the network, it's about the integrations, it's about the APIs, the SDKs. It's also about, mobile first, like what are how are our consumers interacting?
The simplest possible system is what we're looking at here. It's a stacker system. It's essentially a platform. We have the option of tailoring the portal, the transfer bay, the entrance-exit bay, to the language that's expressed in the building. Most of the systems we've looked at will give you a 2 or 2.5 to 1 ratio in terms of the number of cars you can park in a given area and in a given volume as well. You can successfully provide any of the 3 systems we've just discussed in a project.
Are we looking at clean, the rental car or a taxi cab or a ride share? How often does something need to be clean and what does that look like? I think just the overall transportation world, that's going to be something that that probably sticks around for quite a while. And
the NPA Safe Park program is an annual program that recognizes your organization for a heightened commitment to sanitization with tools to brand your organization and its commitment to its community.
You want to be very careful on that transfer because there are legal implications if you don't do it properly. So you have to keep in with your best practices and standards.
This first chart really shows the impact of COVID-19 on our parking transactions. So you can see in that kind of early March, mid-March timing, the virus really hadn't spread, people weren't nervous, cities weren't shutting down, and then you get it to that kind of middle of March, and you can really see there, that's when the NBA canceled their season. I think Tom Hanks announced that he had COVID, and cities and states across the country really started shutting down, and you really see that in the parking transaction volume.
I think when wearing a mask, one thing we've emphasized is we need to address the customer, wave quickly, acknowledge them. Even being 6 feet away, you can speak up. Your eyes say a lot, and your hand gestures. Making an interaction with them through your words, through your actions, as much as possible.
There was a study that kind of shocked me that said parkers in LA spend 85 hours a year trying to find a spot. Parkers in San Francisco spend 83 hours a year. That's a tremendous amount of time spent in your car unnecessarily.
I was always amazed at the number of people who would make a test drive to their parking space the week before they were going to fly.
Automatic parking. We ended up with a 41-story building as it worked out.